Hey, what's up? Postal268 here, and I know it's been a long time, really, since I've made a Yu-Gi-Oh video, but here I am. I thought today I'm going to upload. I've gotten back into Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Links since they've added the synchro summoning, so I think it's only fitting that I release my Red Eyes synchro deck for Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Links, and this is October 16th, 2018. So I'll just go ahead and go straight into the deck profile here. And now, the nice thing about this engine is you're using the Red Eyes engine, so there's a lot of customization that you can do. This isn't the only version that you can run with the Red Eyes engine. I like the versatility of using generic dragons for synchro summoning, because I can go with level 9s, I can go with level 8s, I can change it and twist it how I want. This one right here is sort of a Red Eyes version of the Gemini synchro deck. If you've noticed, I'm not actually even running Red Eyes Black Dragon. I'm running two Meteor Dragon Red Eyes Impacts. Now, they are Geminis, so they allow me to synchro summon Black Brute Drago, if that's how you pronounce that. He is one tuner plus one or more non-tuner Geminis. Nice thing about him is when he dies, he'll special summon a Gemini monster from the graveyard. And you can pitch, Gemini monsters from your hand to the grave to destroy a spell or trap your opponent controls. That ability you won't get too often because I've only got two Geminis in the deck, but they're just nice bonus things to have. On top of that, if you're using Mark of the Dragon, like this particular version is, that'll give you also a level 3 tuner. Where is it? Here we go. Junk Synchron. And he has a nice ability. When this card is normal summoned, you can target one level 2 or lower monster in your graveyard and special summon that target in defense position, but its effects are negated. Nice thing about that is the only level 2 monster in the deck is Galaxy Serpent, which has no effect, and it's a level 2 tuner. But yeah, Meteor Dragon, since it's a Gemini, also counts as a normal monster while on the field, so you can use it to synchro summon Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. And I know that this isn't a Blue Eyes deck, but Azure Eyes ability simply states that you can target one normal monster in your graveyard and special summon, which since Meteor Dragon Red Eyes Impact is a Gemini, it counts as a normal monster in the graveyard, and your tuners count as normal monsters in the graveyard. Its protection ability that triggers when it's summoned just says that any dragon type you currently control can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects until the end of the next turn. So it is still completely usable and viable in this deck. You don't have to have Blue Eyes to run it. The next card I run is oh yeah, and of course I run one Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. I have more. I just it's not something you're going to be pulling out a lot. It's just a nice tech card to have, but not a focus of this particular build. But the next card I run two copies of are Blue Dragon Summoner. He is just a level 4, effect monster there, but his effect says if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one dragon, warrior, or spellcaster normal monster from your deck to your hand. So these guys are good to search out the Galaxy Serpent tuners. Next, I run Dragon Knight of Creation. The main thing you're going to be doing with him is just his ability to bring back a level 8 dragon from the graveyard, which is your synchro monster. Generally, I run, if you see here in the spells, we'll just jump there real quick. Excuse me. I run 3 Red Eyes Insights. Obviously, later in the game, those will become dead cards. You can never use all 3 because there's only 2 Red Eyes monsters in the deck. So once you end up with one of these in your hand, they're pretty good toss material. You just normal summon the Dragon Knight of Creation. You tribute the Dragon Knight. You discard a card from your hand, and then you can special summon your Black Brute Drago back to the field. So really nice combo there. And this has a lot of monsters coming back from the grave. I tech in 2 Mirage Dragons. This is just because I like the battle phase Genzo, basically. Your opponent cannot activate trap cards during the battle phase. It's just really handy to have. Obviously, he's not a large beater. He's not going to be there for very long. But it's like a monster version of, anti-magic arrows, things like that. not not quite as good as anti-magic heroes, but you have a monster on the field. And like I said, I run 3 Galaxy Serpent, just a level 2 normal dragon tuner. And I don't know if you're watching this, if you have subscribed to me, or if you're just someone who ran into me. But if you look into my older videos from back in 2015, I was running Red Eyes in real life, and I used very similar setup to this. Of course, Red Eyes Insight, Red Eyes Spirits, these cards didn't exist at the time. But what I used, which is in the game, if you would like to look it up, it's another card I suggest that you can tech in. If, like I said, this is really, you can customize it to your liking. I'm simply saying I like my particular setup here. I like how the Red Eyes engine just flows with Synchro. It's very nice. But Carbonodon, which if you're running Red Eyes Black Dragon, like if you run the Galaxy Serpents and Red Eyes Black Dragon, you can still pull out Azure Eyes. So Carbon is really handy. He's a dinosaur, of course, but when he's in the graveyard, you can remove him from play to special summon any level 7 or lower dragon normal monster from the deck straight to the field. So if you're running Red Eyes Black Dragon, it'll pull out Red Eyes Black Dragon, and it'll pull out Galaxy Serpent, whichever one you need. Only reason I'm not teching him in right now in this deck is because it's difficult to get him into the grave exactly, and the only card he can search out is the tuner. I did have an older version where I was running Meteor Dragon, just the regular, but I tried to get it to this because I feel, the least amount of cards and the simplest strategy I can put seems to work best for me. But everybody is different. Of course, when it comes to just the generic tech cards, you can put in whatever you want. I'm running 1 Cosmic Cyclone. I only own 1. I'm running 1 Faustian Bargain. This is nice just because I've got these 3 normal monsters. It gives me the ability to special summon it, and it gives me the ability to destroy one of my opponent's monsters without targeting and without destroying. It just sends it to the graveyard. Well, it might target. It doesn't say target, but it might still count. Rulings are complicated on that sometimes. Most of the time they say if it says target, it targets, but then sometimes if it doesn't say target, they still count it as target. So that's a discussion for another day. I'm running 1 Faustian Bargain. I'm running 2 Wall of Disruptions. Those are just an all-around great card. And I'm running 3 Red Eye Spirits. Which, you know what? You may not be too familiar with the game. I'll go ahead and go through all the effects. Cosmic Cyclone is pay 1,000 life points, then target 1 spell or trap on the field and banish it. That's pretty nice to get rid of a back row card, especially if they have things protecting them from being destroyed. Faustian Bargain, as I stated, is send 1 special summon monster on either side of the field to the graveyard and special summon 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from your hand. Red Eyes Insight, which I'm running 3 of, and it's just if you're running Red Eyes, you know what this card is, but it's send 1 Red Eyes monster from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and add 1 Red Eyes spell or trap card from your deck to your hand, except Red Eyes Insight. And you can only activate 1 Red Eyes Insight per turn. I mean, that's just, it throws your Red Eyes monster in the graveyard, and it gives you the trap to pull it out. That's just the entire engine right there. Search and summon. Then, of course, I'll just go ahead and skip over to Red Eye Spirit. I'm running 3 of these, and it's target 1 Red Eyes monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Except Red Eyes Black Chick, of course. And then Wall of Disruption is just, like I said, a tech card that can go in any deck. It's when an opponent monster declares an attack. When an opponent's monster declares an attack. All attack position monsters your opponent controls loses 800 attack for each monster they control, and that is permanent. That's very nice. It didn't say that on the card, but it is permanent. And I've already gone over the extra deck, except for this one card here, Flamvel, and I'm not even going to try to say that. But it is just 1 tuner and 1 or more non-tuners. It's a level 6, so it's good for if you have any of your lower monsters, Mirage Dragon, Dragon Knight, Blue Dragon Summoner, and then combine that with Galaxy Serpent. I'll usually do this. I like to combo, Galaxy Serpent and Blue Dragon Summoner for a synchro summon, because you'll use your tuner, and then Blue Dragon Summoner will search the tuner out of the deck and put it right back in your hand, because it doesn't matter if he's destroyed or if he's used for tribute synchro. If he goes from the field to the grave, you get that search. In this card here, it's not a dragon or anything, but it's during the battle, or during battle between this attacking card and a defense position monster, whose defense is lower than the attack of this card, inflict the difference as battle damage to your opponent. And this card gains 300 attack each time it inflicts battle damage to your opponent. So it's a good way to get something on the field if you can't pull anything else out. And of course, you will be running this. If you're running the Mark of the Dragon, like I am, you will have Stardust Dragon in there as well. He is another level 8 Synchro Dragon, and is just one tuner plus one or more non-tuners. During each player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that would destroy a card or cards on the field, you can tribute this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. During the end phase, if this card was activated this turn and was not negated, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. So that is a very good card if you're running against someone who has a lot of destruction. Well, that's my version. As I stated, you can do all kinds of combinations with just regular Red Eyes Black Dragon and Galaxy Serpent. This is just my opinion. Like I said, the Red Eyes engine is great for synchro summoning right now. The biggest thing is just trying to find a balance between your focus on synchroing and the focus on your tech cards. You can get out of balance and end up just having a deck that focuses on doing nothing but summoning monsters, and then you're completely vulnerable and have no protection, and it's been a struggle for me to get to the balance that I like. And every single person is different, so I would definitely toy around with it to your personal liking. And the nice thing about this as well is you can mix this with fusion as well. Red Eyes has a lot of different fusion options available to it. So if you wanted, say that you don't have enough synchro monsters to fill up the extra deck, you got one or two open slots, throw in some Red Eyes fusion in there too, make your own custom version. I've not personally seen a whole lot of people running Red Eyes synchro of any sort, and so I wanted to raise awareness that this is a great synchro engine. I'll go ahead, I've got some replays here. They're just against the AI bots. This first one, it was an earlier variant of the deck, but it still illustrates at least how quickly that you can pop off some synchro summons. And right off, I got a pretty decent hand here. I'm going to activate Red Eyes Insight. I send Meteor Dragon to the grave, add Red Eyes Spirit to my hand, go ahead and put down a Dragon Summoner and set Red Eyes Spirit. I activate the card, summon my monster, he gets destroyed, but I get to add a monster from deck to hand, and I was running the regular old Meteor Dragon at this point. Use Red Eyes Insight again, put another one in the graveyard, get another trap to summon, put my tuner out on the field, go into a synchro summon, and I went with Stardust Dragon this time. I didn't have a whole lot of options at this point. Set Red Eyes Spirit and just went into attacking. He sets a monster, and at this point, I'm not sure why I chose not to synchro, but I just went ahead and attacked. Oh, I guess I could get more damage off that way. This is a duel that I did tonight against Vesperoba. Again, it's a duel against an AI, but this is with the current version of the deck. And this was an amazing hand. Right off the bat, I have two Red Eyes Insights. Go ahead, send my Meteor Dragon to the grave, add a Red Eyes Spirit to my hand, set a Red Eyes Spirit, and set a Bluff card, which is the other Red Eyes Insight. He didn't do a whole lot. I summoned out the Meteor Dragon to protect my life points. Activate Red Eyes Insight, put another one in the graveyard, add another trap to my hand. Go ahead, set the trap, summon my tuner, go into a synchro summon, and this time we get Black Brute Drago. Attack in for some damage. He activates Tribute of the Doom, destroys Black Brute, but Black Brute will bring back Red Eyes Meteor here, and do keep in mind that it is an effect monster when brought back by Blue Dragon. And I went ahead and used the trap, pulled out another one, and then summoned my tuner, went into a Synchro summon, Black Brute Drago, went in for some damage, got blocked, then went into my next turn, I summoned this, expecting to Synchro, forgot that Meteor Dragon wasn't a normal monster. So without him being a normal monster, I couldn't go into a 0, so I just went in and attacked with everything. And that's it. So that is my Red Eyes Meteor Dragon Gemini Synchro deck, but just Red Eyes Synchro deck for now. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and also a lot of my videos now are going to BitChute. I'm still uploading to YouTube, of course, but I have various YouTube channels. All of my videos are on BitChute all together. So if you want to look me up on BitChute, Postal268, I am still monetized there. I am not monetized here. Maybe, hopefully in the future, I will be monetized on YouTube once again, but for now I'm not. But I'm still using YouTube to try to reach an audience, and I don't want to just abandon everybody who did follow me here. So thanks for watching. If you aren't a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. If you are, make sure that you hit the bell so that you can get notifications about my upcoming videos. I am planning on uploading. I know I make a lot of promises and I don't follow through on different videos. Had a lot of things going on, but I am planning on uploading a just generic normal monster deck in the current format. Bujin, Noble Knights, and I'm wanting to rework my old King of Games deck. There's a lot of new Blue Eyes support, and I want to take my old Blue Eyes deck and see if I can rework that into a viable format for now. If you notice, I'm still taking old tips out of it. If you happen to watch my old King of Games video, Mirage Dragon, that was a huge help back when I was King of Games, and it is still a pretty big help today. But thanks for watching. You guys have a great time, and see you later.